21 video. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Washington Redskins, not the football team, dumbest name ever, with the new addition of Jamin Davis. And I was told you're supposed to pronounce it J and then Min, and then it's Davis, obviously. But anyways, guys, I do think this was a pretty good pick for the Washington football team, Washington Redskins, whatever. It's going to be Redskins throughout the video. That's what I'm going to call it. Stupid name. I'm going to call them the Redskins until they get an official name change, because this is really crummy. But anyways, guys, apart from that, let's move into the team. So this is the overlook of the team. Obviously, Ryan Fitzmagic here. Now, I love you, Ryan Fitzmagic, but I don't think you're going to do long term. Antonio Gibson, I have high hopes for him this rebuild. I think he could be a beast. Scary Terry McLaurin is here as well, and they also got Curtis Samuel in free agency. Logan Thomas, he had a pretty big breakout year this year. Offensive line looks overall a lot better than most offensive lines I've seen. I believe they picked up this left tackle in the draft in the 3rd round, I believe. D-line is absolutely amazing. Matthew Ioannidis, I would like to trade away, so I'm going to throw him on the trade block real quick because I just don't need 3 defensive tackles. I hope you guys can understand that. Don't label this rebuild as unrealistic just because I make 1 trade. So defensively, we look a lot better. This Washington defense honestly looks absolutely amazing. Jamin Davis, obviously, I want as my sub linebacker so that way he can get more reps. Anyways, guys, I'm just going to simulate to the next week to see what trade offers that we can get for Matthew Ioannidis. So hopefully we can get something good. He's an 86 overall star dev. We should get plenty of offers. Never mind. Okay, I guess we're not getting any this week. I'll try again to see if we get another. And then after that, I'll just simulate if we don't. So let's try this one more time to see if we do. And we don't. Okay, that's very interesting. So anyways, guys, it's time to move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark coming off a bye week as we are 1-6. Not too surprised with our quarterback and running back situation. They're both low overalls. So bottom of the division, not too surprised there. Looking into the re-signings, Brandon Scherf. I was about to say Sheriff, but Brandon Scherf here, 87 overall superstar development right guard. Definitely want to keep him around. And Chase, the center, 78 overall star dev. I definitely want to keep him around as well, up the salary, and he re-signs with the team. Looking into Dustin Hopkins, I don't need. I could probably just sign Will Lutz on a cheap deal or something in free agency. So anyways, guys, it's time to move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs coming off a win to the Philadelphia Eagles as we do not make the playoffs. Finishing, 5-11. Okay, a little bit of a comeback on the season, but still bad. Fitzmagic did great in yards, terrible in touchdowns, 29th best offense, best defense, not best defense, 15th best defense. I was about to say, 4,100 yards, 27 TDs, 9 interceptions. Antonio Gibson was extremely underwhelming is what I got to say about that. Receiving-wise, Scary Terry, 10 TDs, 1,300 yards, amazing season. Defensively, Jamin Davis with 130 tackles rookie year, had an amazing rookie year. Tackles for a loss, 13 for Chase Young, sacks on team, 8 for Chase Young. I expect a lot more pressure with this D-line. 3 interceptions for Jamin Davis. That's absolutely awesome. Safeties is 1 for Montez Sweat, 1 for Jonathan Allen. Defensive touchdowns on the team is 0. So anyways, guys, that seems pretty good to me. Once again, guys, it is time to move into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as, wow, the Browns beat the Buccaneers. Very original simulation. Anyways, Lamar wins league MVP, Tom Brady Offensive Player of the Year, and Fred Warner wins the Defensive Player of the Year. So anyways, guys, apart from that, looking into the retirements, we are going to the NFC East. Cameron Wake retires on the Eagles. I almost said Watayas, but still looking into the re-signings to see if we have anybody. Everyone here I do not have an interest for. So anyways, guys, let's look into the team to see if there is any dev-ups. 88 overall defense, but offensively, Fitzmagic has regressed. He's going to have to be replaced this year. Scary Terry has superstar X Factor. That is awesome to see. I'm going to give him double me, obviously, route technician, and grab and go just in case I have to hop into one of the games. I usually don't, but I'll just do it just in case. And nothing really else I see on offense. Defensively, though, everyone kind of looks the same, and it looks like Cole Holcomb, actually, who I moved from middle linebacker to outside linebacker, now has star dev, which is awesome to see. Jamin Davis somehow didn't get a superstar dev, which surprises me, but still. Here we are in the draft picking up Nigel Wake, 77 overall, normal development middle linebacker, which is awesome to see. I mean, only normal dev, but it's fine. Now we're picking up our QB of the future. He was supposed to be a mid-second round player, and he fell to the 2nd round. 75 overall, hidden development. Now we're picking up a tight end, Dudley Scruggs, 70 overall, hidden development. Absolute amazing pickup for us. Now, this is the team after the draft. Free agency wasn't too good. I mean, only got Gus Edwards, but overall the team looks great. And Ryan Fitzmagic, I think I'm done with him. We're going to save $1 million, so I'm just going to cut him. I mean, in real life, I would keep him for mentorship, but in Madden is just not worth it. It's not realistic to keep him, in my opinion. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I still need to trade away Matthew Ioannidis, so I think I'll go do that manually since I haven't gotten enough good trade offers from him. So I'm going to do that manually. It's probably going to be my only trade this entire rebuild, so don't get stingy what I do. And I think I have someone in mind, so let's get to that. So now I'm trading away Matthew Ioannidis and a second-round pick for Jesse Bates. Now, some of you guys would be like, oh my God, this is unrealistic. Yeah, this is probably going to be the only trade I make all rebuild, and this rebuild is 4 years. No way this team goes 4 years without making a blockbuster trade, in my opinion. No way. So here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Carolina Panthers, as we are 4-3 with our new rookie QB. That kind of Ryan topped the division. Awesome to see. Looking into it, Jesse Bates. Let's see what we have in store with them. 93 overall superstar dev. I thought he came with star dev, not superstar. Awesome to see, though, as he resigns with the team we just traded for. Of course, we're going to want him back. Jonathan Allen, of course, I want him back. I just traded away Matthew Ioannidis as he resigns with the team. Tim Settle, I don't want. Not Tim Settle. I mispronounced his name. Whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. But anyways, guys, apart from that, it is time to move in, not to the Super Bowl, but into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Falcons as we somehow didn't make the playoffs. We were top of the division at the midseason, finishing second in the division, 6-10. That is quite the downfall of the season. But our quarterback kind of has the same stats as Ryan Fitzmagic. 26th best offense, first best defense. I guess defense doesn't win championships. 4,100 yards, 27 TDs, 10 interceptions, similar to Fitzmagic. Antonio Gibson has a way underwhelming season than last season. Adam Humphries had 12 TDs, 1,000 yards. Interesting. Defensively, Jamin Davis once again has been a beast in tackles. Tackles for a loss, 15 for Montez Sweat. Sacks is going to be 9.5 for Chase Young. And not interceptions, yards. Interceptions, 3 for Landon Collins, which is cool to see. Safeties on team is going to be 1 safeties. 1 for Montez Sweat. Defensive touchdowns, 1 for Landon Collins. Yeah, I don't understand defense wins championships. Obviously does not apply in Madden, so let's move to the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Chicago Bears beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Super Bowl. Baker Mayfield MVP, Aaron Rodgers Offensive Player of the Year, and Zaven Collins wins Defensive Player of the Year, which is very interesting. Kind of talked crap about him in my Cardinals rebuild, but still, anyways, looking into the re-signings here, there's no one here that interests me at all. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I don't think we would have any retirements, so I'm just going to skip that. It doesn't really matter. And looking into the team, yikes, our quarterback only has star dev, but Adam Humphries has got a dev up, but as you can see, he's regressing, and as you can see, he did get the dev up. I'm going to cut him. I don't care what kind of season he just had. He's not going to be useful in the future to me. So yeah, our QB only has star dev. A little underwhelming, but we got him for a steal in the second round, which I'm okay with. Scruggs only has star dev as well, which I'm okay with. And looking into it defensively, Montez Sweat now has superstar dev. No surprise there to me. And looking into the linebackers, it looks like Nigel Wake now has star dev, which is awesome. He started at normal dev. I moved him to outside linebacker. Defense looks amazing. Let's move into free agency. So here we are after free agency, picking up a haul. Wyatt Teller. And we also got Tyler Lockett. We also got Orlando Brown. And we got Brian O'Neill. Offensive line is so stacked, and offense is so stacked as well. Let's move into the draft. Here we are in the draft, picking up a defensive back, 77 overall, hidden development, Sterling Proctor, absolutely amazing pickup for us. Now we're picking up a depth middle linebacker, because why not? 67 overall, hidden development, another pretty solid pickup for us, so let's get back into the team. So this is the overlook of the team, and offensively, it's just so much more amazing now. With this offensive line. If Antonio Gibson does not produce this year with this kind of a line, I'm going to be pretty pissed off. But still, our defensive back group looks amazing. Like, I had nothing else to pick up because we got everything in free agency. I didn't really need to necessarily spend my first round pick, so I just spent it on a slot defensive back, which works for me, I guess. Every position is filled in. We're ready to develop and win the Super Bowl, so it's time to move into the midseason. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Cowgirls, but we are 3-5, and not really the best. Bottom of the division, that doesn't make much sense. With this kind of a team, you're telling me we are 3-5. Okay, so Scary Terry McLaurin, 97 overall, superstar X Factor. Of course, I want him back. 5 years, up the salary, and he re-signs. Awesome to see. Deron Payne, 90 overall star dev. I traded away Matthew Ioannidis, as I mentioned before. Definitely want to keep him back. And looks like Curtis Samuel is here. Ooh, and Cole Holcomb. yikes, there's some players that I need to sign. I'm running out of money. Cole Holcomb has put up some pretty solid numbers, and I like where he's at. And he's also a lot cheaper than I thought it would be, so he's going to be re-signed back on the team. Now, William Jackson and Curtis Samuel. Who do I want on my team? I think I'm going to give it to Curtis Samuel. I don't know, though. This is a really hard decision. I just drafted a rookie. Yeah, I just drafted a rookie DB with star or better development. So I'm going to go Curtis Samuel here. Can I even re-sign William Jackson? I highly doubt. Yeah, I think I just drained all my money. So everyone else here I don't have an interest for. Maybe we can tag William Jackson at the end of the season. So let's just move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a loss to the Colts, as we were 10-6, second in the division behind the 12-4 Cowgirls. So that is awesome to see how we made a comeback on the season. Wow, that our new QB did amazing. Is that an MVP candidate? I know he didn't win the MVP. Fourth for MVP candidate. Well, fourth for the MVP race. 8th best offense in the league. Defensively, 4th best defense is awesome to see. And he has 4,600 yards, 39 TDs, 11 interceptions. Antonio Gibson, 8 TDs this time, but yards is still underwhelming. Tyler Lockett did amazing, 12 TDs, 1,100 yards. Scary Terry along with him, just behind him. Jamin Davis, 107 tackles. His tackles are going down each and every year, which is not a good sign. Tackles for a loss, 13 for Chase Young. Sacks on team, 14.5 for Chase Young, which is awesome to see. Interceptions is going to be 5 for Jamin Davis. That's awesome. I would much rather have more interceptions than tackles, so I like what I'm seeing there. Safeties is 0, and defensive touchdowns is going to be 1 for Kendall Fuller, which is cool to see. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is time to simulate this wildcard round against the 9-7 Chicago Bears to see if we can move on to the divisional. I usually don't ever play the divisional or the wild card. I never play the wild card, but we did beat the Bears. Let's see if we can beat the 11-5 San Francisco 49ers. And if you guys have made it this far into the video, I would really appreciate it if you like and or subscribe. And we're now here to face the 12-4 Dallas Cowgirls in the conference championship. I will let the CPU auto upgrade all these players. So anyways, guys, apart from that, let's see if we can beat the Dallas Cowgirls to move on to the Super Bowl, which would be awesome to see as we are playing in Dallas. Now here we are against Dallas, as it is a close game, 21-17 in the fourth quarter. We strike back 24-21. We score again 31-21, and we are going to fight off the Cowboys, and we're moving on to the Super Bowl. Here we are in the Super Bowl, here to face the Colts, who we lost to in Week 17, I believe. Or was that the year before? No, I'm pretty sure we just lost them in Week 17. And look at that. Our quarterback now has superstar dev after placing 4th for the MVP candidate race. And look at that. Tyler Lockett now has superstar dev, which is awesome to see. He's progressing way better than Curtis Samuel. Looking into the defensive wise, Cole Holcomb now has superstar dev. I'm glad I re-signed him, though he's not progressing as fast as I thought he would. Our middle linebacker still needs to unlock his dev trait, and Kendall Fuller now has superstar dev as well. Sterling Proctor only has star dev, which I'm okay with because he's going to replace William Jackson most likely. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I'd say that it's time to move into this game against the Colts. So we are against the Colts, as it is 13-7 in the second quarter. Now entering the third quarter, 13-10. Now 17-13 as we have acquired our first lead of the night. 20-17 as they take it back. 2 minutes left in the game. Can we strike back? We do in the final seconds, and Colts cannot make the final drive. 24-20, extremely close game, kind of a low-scoring game, and Carson Wentz loses with the Colts, and we are going to claim victory with our new QB. And your Super Bowl MVP is our new QB. Kind of rhymes. 366 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Pretty good completion rate as well. So anyways, guys, apart from that, let's move into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason, as obviously we beat the Colts. Josh Allen wins league MVP, Jalen Hurts Offensive Player of the Year, and Aaron Donald Defensive Player of the Year. Jalen Hurts wins Offensive Player of the Year? Okay, interesting. Pretty sure it's glitched to only NFC players get awards unless it's the MVP or Coach of the Year. So looking into it, another Eagles player retires, Jason Kelsey this time, and looking into the re-signings to see if I can re-sign anybody. William Jackson has gone down to 2 overalls. I would like to re-sign him, but obviously can't re-sign him whenever you're negative 13 in cap room. So anyways, guys, apart from that, let's move into the free agency. Here we are in free agency, but obviously we don't have any money to re-sign anybody. So anyways, guys, apart from that, let's move into the draft. So I'm picking up William Jackson's kind of his replacement. I guess this is a fill-in player. He's kind of a bust, but it's the best we could get in all honesty. So this is the overlook of the team after the draft, and honestly, it looks the exact same as last season, so I don't really see too much of a problem with this team. Defensively, looking into it as well, we look great, and yeah, I like everything that we have with this team. The only thing we're missing is William Jackson. So anyways, guys, let's move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the Miami Dolphins, as we are 6-1, top of the division. That is what I'm talking about. Love to see it in the fourth and final season. Team is stacked. I should see nothing else other than that, or just being undefeated. Don't need to re-sign anybody here. I'm glad I don't, because we would be screwed on cap room. So anyways, guys, let's move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Arizona Cardinals, as we have a first-round bye, finishing 14-2, top of the division. Amazing season. And it looks like our QB did amazing as well. 11th best offense in the league and best defense in the NFL. Let's go. 4,400 yards, 41 TDs, 8 interceptions. Antonio Gibson still just proceeds to disappoint me. Tyler Lockett, 1,100 yards, 10 TDs, had another amazing season. Great pickup for this team. Absolutely love it. Defensively, Jamin Davis, 129 tackles, and he had 12 tackles for a loss. 19 tackles for a loss for Montez Sweat. Sacks 11 for Montez Sweat. He's putting up numbers this year. 3 interceptions for Landon Collins. I don't know why I went over to kicking. Back to the defense. Let's look at the safeties real quick. Safeties on the team is going to be, 0, and defensive touchdowns on the team is going to be 0. So had the best defense, but 0 safeties and 0 defensive touchdowns is interesting. So let's simulate this wild card round to see who we're going to be facing in the divisional round. And I'm just going to simulate all the way to the Super Bowl, piece by piece, no cuts, no edits. So that way you guys know it's legit. Here to face the 9-7 Carolina Panthers. Let's see if we can move on to the conference championship. I'd be kind of mad if we lost on 9-7, considering we're 14-2. Never mind, we beat them. 9-7 49ers. I'd be kind of mad if we lost them too. But we're in the conference championship. Let's see if we can win to move on to the Super Bowl. And we do move on to the Super Bowl. Here to face the Steelers. I think I'm going to simulate this one as well, considering we already won the Super Bowl. So let's just let simulation take this one out, and I will end out the video after this Super Bowl. So let's look into it if this Pro Bowl can ever load at any year. So looking into it, wow, the Steelers are actually a pretty solid team, it looks like, with that record. So let's see if we can beat the Steelers. I wouldn't be too salty if we lost, considering we already won the Super Bowl. So anyways, guys, let's see if we can do it this time. And we don't. Oh no, we were so close. The Steelers win 35-32. Joe Burrow MVP. Coach of the Year is the name isn't racist. And Russell Wilson Offensive Player of the Year, and Khalil Mack Defensive Player of the Year. So obviously, guys, that is going to end out this video. I thank you guys all for watching. Superstar X Factor quarterback, by the way, which is awesome to see. Defensively, Montez Sweat is now a Superstar X Factor. And we got Jamin Davis also to a Superstar Dev. So successful player. Also, our middle linebacker apparently had Superstar Dev. I didn't know that. So successful rebuild with a successful player on a successful team, winning the Super Bowl. Awesome to see. Like the quarterback situation. I liked a lot of things about this rebuild. I didn't like Antonio Gibson. But anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching. And other than that, I'll see you guys all in the next one.